Can you turn 24th place into 10th place? I'm gonna try. I recently competed at a local bouldering gym competition, and when all the scores were tallied, I came in at an astonishing 24th place, which I know I'm pretending that that's kind of a disappointment, but actually I'm pretty excited. 24th place out of, I think, 80 or so competitors feels pretty good, but I think I can do better. And that's what this video is about. Shortly after the competition, a few days later, I returned to Rendezvous Climbing Gym to re-compete against myself to see if I can get a better score than I got at the climbing competition. I'm gonna climb with all the same walls, all the same problems, all the same competition rules, all the same this poster that I took from the wall of Rendezvous Climbing Gym after the competition was over, of course, which actually means I think I just cleaned up their trash for them, which I think is worth an extra 40,000 points. This competition is looking easy so far. Let's get right into how the competition is scored. There are 40 total problems numbered 1 through 40, with difficulty increasing sequentially as you go from 1 and up. So 1 would be theoretically the easiest problem, with 40 theoretically being the hardest problem. Problem number 1 is worth 100 points. Problem number 2 is worth 200 points, and on and on and on, all the way up to problem number 40, which is worth 4,000 points. And so my score that won me 24th place in this competition was 11,449 points. In a vacuum, that sounds great, but context is everything, because 10th place came in at 13,025 points. Now, why exactly am I just aiming for top 10? Why not just aim for one more increase in position or 2 more increases in position? I mean, of course, I would love to beat Wesley Tinker Hall, the 23rd place finisher, okay? And you know what? It would be glorious to stomp 18th place finisher Tina Marshmallow, of course. Who wouldn't love to climb better than the Tina Marshmallow? But I'm aiming higher. I'm aiming to take down number 10, Rita Noodles. The names are all fake, okay? But the scores are real. They are the actual scores. And I'll stress, that's unfortunate. I wish these names were real. I wish I knew someone named Nathan Blorf. A top 10 placement would be amazing, and that's what I'm here to do today. Sounds like it might be easy, right? But no, it won't be. Let's dig into why it's gonna be a little bit difficult, shall we? My combined highest 5 value climbs, the climbs that absolutely exhausted me during the competition, are worth 11,449 points. If I repeat those and I climb just the next highest, 26, worth 2,600 points, I'm there, right? 11,449 plus 2,600 is 14,049, which is mathematically more than Rita Noodles' 13,025. Not quite. Sending one harder problem doesn't magically fix my score. You have to remember, I can only turn in 5 climbs. That means I have to get rid of my lowest value climb, which is 2,000 points, meaning my newest score, if I send 4 of my hardest problems and an even harder problem, is 12,024 points, still 2,000 points below Rita Noodles. And I only have 3 hours to do it, starting now. Well, starting at 2 o'clock a couple of days ago when I did this challenge. Here is my strategy for this recompetition. Number 1, I want to lock in some points that I'm pretty sure of. I'm going to resend my 4 hardest problems from the comp. That's problem 22, 23, 24, and 25. That locks in 9,400 points and gives me a little bit of a confidence boost to go with it. Step 2 is pretty simple on paper. I just need to send the next highest problem to eliminate my current lowest score. Easy. The next highest problem would be problem 26, and while I didn't send it during the competition, I got close. I got really close. So in my head, I'm thinking it's all but a formality. Of course I'm going to climb problem 26, and if I do, that will bring my total up to 12,000 points. And that would be a great start. And then I just keep climbing harder problems until I stomp Rita Noodles into the dirt. And that plan sounded great until I couldn't even complete step 1 of my strategy. This was unexpected. I'm having legitimate troubles resending it.
Problem number 23, which I did in 2 tries during the comp, gave me way more trouble during this session than I was expecting it to. And I don't know why. And I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared that I won't be able to accomplish this challenge that I set out for myself.
This does not look good for this re-competition challenge. Getting stomped that early really shook my confidence. It's incredible how quickly confidence can evaporate with just a seemingly simple hurdle, right? But it did. I was pretty shattered. Eventually, I did send it. I locked in those points. But mentally, I felt worse than when I started. I was questioning my own abilities. I was doing the very thing that I recommend other climbers never do, and that's holding yourself hostage to this snapshot of performance. Snapshots aren't reality. Performance is a spectrum. Performance goes ups and downs, and your hope is that it will go up gradually over time. But in the moment, all you see is snapshots, and that's what I was seeing here. I was feeling really, really bad, and I barely had gotten started. But eventually I did get those 4 hardest problems that I climbed during the comp. So step 1 of my plan is done. Now to move on to step 2, sending problem 26. Should be easy. This was a problem. 26 was still really, really hard. This did not go according to plan. Problem 26, though I got very close during the competition, eluded me hard during this re-competition challenge. I could not get it. These pinches are massive, and massive pinches, more than any other hold, will absolutely drain your forearm stamina. I was tired, more tired, I suppose, than I thought from the previous climbs, and my forearms just wouldn't work with me at all. I simply did not have time to keep throwing myself at problem 26. I had to stop. The timer was ticking down. I had to just abandon it. I couldn't waste all of my time on this one problem. But I was thinking, if I can't even do problem 26, what chance do I have of doing the harder problems that I would need to do in order to get 10th place in this competition? I felt defeated. I felt exhausted. And worse yet, I hadn't even really met my minimum requirements for this challenge. I genuinely consider just ending this whole challenge, ending this video right there, and moving on with my life. But then I got some motivation from a couple of familiar faces, to those of you who've watched this channel, Josh and McKenna from Suck at Slab. Josh had set a boulder for the comp, boulder number 30, that he thought was well within my style and something that I could definitely do. But I didn't even touch this problem during the competition. It scared me. I've got to try out some harder problems, I think. Maybe try to get a lot of points in one go. Maybe try to tackle some of the problems that I was afraid of tackling during the comp or unwilling to tackle during the comp. Thankfully, though, Josh and McKenna would not let me give up, and I'm happy for it. After giving it a few more tries, I finally sent problem number 30.
Dude, that's it, that's it, that's it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Come on, get that heel in. Come on. Come on, Caleb. It's good, it's good. Hold it, hold it. Let's go!
That's 3,000 points toward my total. This is huge. And not just huge from a point total perspective, but huge from a confidence perspective. I felt amazing. So my total now is 12,400 points. Still short of Rita Noodles, but honestly, I really wasn't even thinking about Rita Noodles anymore. I felt just re-energized. I felt motivated. I felt ready to, well, maybe not quite ready to go back to my problem 26. That one still scares me. I want to ride this high for a little longer than that. But I was eager to try out 27 and 28 and maybe 29, because if 30 felt good, maybe I can get some of those. Maybe 26 was just not my style and therefore not something I needed to worry about. Now, problem 27 is something that I did try during the comp, but it absolutely wrecked me. In fact, I didn't see anyone send to this problem. I had no real beta to learn from because no one could get past this second volume. It was intense. It's the kind of boulder that feels impossible. It's the kind of boulder that you're not getting worn out by. It's not zapping your strength. It's that you get to a point when you legitimately just don't know what to do next. Those can sometimes be the most interesting problems, but also sometimes the most frustrating. And when problems get to this level of frustrating, I have a secret weapon, an ace in the hole, if you will. In this case, not an ace, but a send help card. This is a deck of cards that I am prototyping, that I'm working on, that I'm developing, and I like to playtest with it, using myself as a user. And so I drew a card, and the card told me to climb the problem statically. Now, I had been already climbing the problem statically, so the thought might be this card is irrelevant, throw it away, but no. When the card is telling me to climb statically, it forces me to super focus on static movement. Don't even consider dynamic movement. Focus on static, and if I can focus on just one particular aspect or one particular movement style, then it allows me to sort of ignore everything else and clear my mind a little bit. And when I did that, I did progress further in this problem. I didn't fully send it during that go, but even small amounts of progress is still progress. I felt really good. Thankfully, there was a fellow climber there who saw me struggling and offered some beta, and at this point, I was absolutely willing to take beta. He gave me some advice, and I did it. Problem 27. I sent problem 27. This is huge. So huge, in fact, that I immediately went to problem 28 and 29, and absolutely not. They are awful. Unfortunately, there really was only one option left. I had to return to problem 26. I have been avoiding problem 26, but I have to do it. And if I send problem 26, that means I beat Rita Noodles. It's really hard to say the name Rita Noodles in this moment of dramatic tension. Rita Noodles. So after resting a bit, I tightened up my shoes, maybe a little too tight because the unthinkable happened. My shoe Velcro just broke.
I was about ready to attempt the climb, so I pulled my strap here on these really tight, and this one came off. So right now I'm unable to tighten the shoe.
Yeah, it just ripped right off. I've had Evolve shoes for years. I love Evolve shoes. This has never happened before. I did email Evolve after this, and they were very kind, very responsive, so I'm sure that'll get resolved. But at this moment in this re-competition, having a broken shoe is a death knell. Next to chalk, shoes are the one thing that climbers have to depend on. They need. You take away the shoe and this is impossible. What am I gonna do? I did the only thing I could do. I continued to climb with an extremely loose shoe. Seriously, every time I moved my foot, I felt like the shoe was just gonna fall off. I might as well have been climbing in bathroom slippers, but it's all I had. I had to do it. Now, thankfully, this problem didn't have a ton of intricate footwork, so I felt pretty confident that if I'm gonna get it, I could get it with a single very loose shoe. And so I threw myself at it again and again and again and again until finally I sent it. I managed to send problem number 26. And so that brings my final score to 13,200, which is just above Rita Noodles' 13,025. I did it. I went from 24th place all the way up to 10th place. I have officially, unofficially, got 10th place in the Rendezvous Boulder Jam climbing competition. This was a really fun challenge, a re-competition challenge. It was great fun, and it also sets me up with a positive mindset for my next bouldering competition. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me in the comments below if you would ever consider doing a re-competition like this. That would be awesome. And stick around, watch some of my other videos. You might enjoy them. They're right over there. I think they're really good. You probably will too. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you want more content from me like this. Thank you so much.